Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 2714 and Doubleshot 2608. I have the penultimate trade for this writer's run and the final trade for another run. First that we have is Harley Quinn Volume 4 by Stephanie Phillips. Task Force XX, basically 20. Which collects Harley Quinn, Volume 4, Issues 1821, the 2022 Annual, and the prequel story, Ninjas, at the Arcade from Shadow War Zone. Yep, so basically the early issues is Harley Quinn being tasked to join part of a verge of the Suicide Squad. By the way, the arc here is done by Georges Durant, Simone Bonfanino. Ninjas Arcade is done by Anna Malia, and Dave Boland does What Happens in Vegas. So the Shadow War stuff, basically, it's kind of, stuff related to Deathstroke being the Emperor of Villains, which the line of this group is comprised of Harley, Ivy in her new 52 outfit with Black Manta, Girl Like Rod, and of course, it's basically all the groundwork for a brand new Suicide Squad with Lasha, along with Bolt, a pink-haired girl. So basically, we have your recruits. So Harley Quinn is joining a team with Caitlin Snow, Killer Frost. Now, she is the third Killer Frost. DC, for some reason, promoted her as the third Killer Frost, despite the fact she's clearly the third one. For some reason, no mention of Crystal Frost or Louise Lincoln. Yes, for some reason these two are never mentioned in this continuity. I'm sure Conway's not happy about it. The fact that two Firestone villains that he personally created and developed are never mentioned. This Killer Frost is not a creation of Jerry Conway. She is a creation of Sterling Gates. So yeah, and then of course we recruit the rest of the team, which aside from Killer Frost, we also have Dreadbolt. Yes, Dreadbolt. You're thinking, who the heck is Dreadbolt? Well, he is an old character. If you're curious, I think he started out as a Batman villain. I was thinking. Oh, he was a character from the previous continuity. He is let's see. Yeah, the current one they have here is the son of the original, who died in the previous Suicide Squad book. Of course, Caitlin Snow and him is not the only person part of this team. We're also comprised of Lasha, Solomon Grundy, Ron Steiger, and The Verdict. The Verdict was a character from this very book that I'm sure probably Tina Howard probably threw her in because, they feel like it. Okay. So. Yeah. So. And it's done by Luke Fox. Yeah. And pretty much in the way they go to the moon in these issues. Yep, they go to the moon. Of course they all vomit. And what do they find on the moon? Well, you're about to find out. It's basically the former Watchtower from the JLA series, which anybody who's read JLA, this thing was destroyed by Superboy Prime, and it was not brought back in this current continuity until this very book. I'm not really sure exactly why they brought back this particular thing. Yes, I'm not really sure exactly why they brought it back for. Yes, well, they brought back this watchtower. And here he is here. It's back. First time in a long time it's featured. Yeah, it's featured here for these issues. Yeah, all get his hands element X. Is there any like actual deaths in these issues? Oh well, Ashley is seen, but technically no. There's no real deaths per se, but it's a really fun storyline, and I think that September does a great job with it. Yes, and then we have the annual for the group series. Yes, the one that's technically the third annual, which is just part of the story, which is basically just and of course having Vegas was have her going to Vegas for an issue. Yeah, but great stuff here. Love this one. Give this book a 10 out of 10. Really good book. I thoroughly enjoy this. Yes. Now, the thing with Luke Fox is his adventure continues in Outsiders Volume 5 by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lazy. Yeah, when he popped this book, it was kind of weird seeing Luke Fox here because last time ever seeing him, he was not in this book. No. Let's see. I'm trying to remember when was the last time I saw him. Like prior to this particular series. I think the last time he officially appeared was I'm thinking it was probably the I Am Batman book. Yes. My guess is that Phillips probably brought him in because, well, he's going to feature in Outsiders. Why not? But great book overall. Next up we have is Batman Incorporated, Volume 2 by Ed Bronson, Joker Incorporated. And when I saw this storyline in the book, I'm like, yeah, it's so obvious we're going to do this. Because this also happened with We Are Robins, because of the Joker gang in that book. Yeah, and the Joker is making people into other Jokers across the world. Basically make a carbon cop, Batman Incorporated, and goes make completely irrational against the Chinese Batman. And this does happen in the book, where he does not like the fact he's going after Chinese Batman's sister. And of course, he wants to talk her down. Ghostmaker's like, nah, you're not getting involved. You can stay home in Shanghai. And of course, also Sky Spider, who was capped back in issue 5. She's back here, and of course, they're freed. And despite the fact that some people were not happy with, also for some reason, this book, the headquarters that they had, which was a ship that Batman gave them, that's gone. That's been replaced by a mountain run by Ghostmaker's headquarters. They use that as their base throughout these issues, and they do stop Joker. And well, sadly put, basically Ghostmaker's like, I've had enough of this. You can basically do whatever heck you want. I'm just man of the team, so I don't have the tolerance to finance the team. That's basically his whole thing. So he quits in the final issue of this book. Yeah, he quits. And this whole thing, yeah, we're going to follow Batman's ideas, like, ooh, it's a test. We're going to basically deal with that. Yeah, that was a big fat lie. Because, of course, he really wanted to kill. So, basically, Clown Hunter quits Team 2. And Dark Range apparently died, but he's back. Yeah, and members of corporate are Apaka, who is, well, Chinese Batman's sister. There was Charles de Gaulle. Yeah, it's a pun on the former president of France. There is Di Lafon. He was first mentioned back in Batman and Robin, number 7. Say he was kept in basically Basement of 1. Interesting. And there's our Dusty Bronco. And they have Man Bats and Raven Red, of course, Joker himself, and Tap Dance, who is another clown. Now, when you read the storyline, and given the fact I have read the last issue of Batman Volume 1, I'm like, why did they not include the Batman Who Laughs? Because, oh, we have this French Joker, even though we already have one. Yes, Charles de Gaulle, who was opponent of the French president, he is the second French Joker. It's like, I think some writers rather forget that issue even happened. We already have one. I'm not sure why he was brought back for this thing. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. And I'm like, of course Joker is involved in this book because it's Batman. I'll give this book roughly a 9 out of 10. Final thoughts on this book. I have been trying to get my hands on this book Barnes until they just didn't want to sell it for some reason. Either I didn't have it or something. But I enjoy this book for what it is. Bronson did a great job with the book with John Timms the artwork. I can get why the book got canceled 12 issues. I mean, I thought it was great the fact that it was book back. But the problem is you call it Batman Incorporated, but you don't feature the regular Batman in this book. That's because basically focus on Ghostmaker and Comic Killer. Which I'm sure people are fans of the Grant Morrison Batman Incorporated wouldn't happy with that. It's like, one thing positive I can say about this book is that Batman Incorporated actually have freaking headquarters. Because if you read the previous book, they technically did not have a headquarters. Well, not a proper one anyways. They brought back Knight Rider in here. Yeah, Knight Rider. Yeah, he was back in these issues. I was happy to see the guy. No, yes, Grant Morrison didn't bring him in, and they just... No. Yeah, and by the way, the name of the guy who was the first Chinese French Batman Joker is a guy called the Man Who Laughs, Norman Roderick. Yeah, and for some reason they just didn't want to feature this guy. I'm like, why? You have a clearly character right here, but yeah, you don't want to feature him for some reason. I don't know why. It's like, okay, so I guess either Ed Bronson probably didn't know about this character, or he just didn't care. That's my opinion anyways. But one last thing to say. The theory of the reason the book didn't sell very well, because it didn't feature Bruce Wayne Batman in the book, and I guess what turned people off in the book was that the more familiar characters Batman Incorporated, it's like half of them were dropped because Ghostmaker wanted to basically do his own thing with the group. And my guess is that they probably, I guess readers probably just, and this is my honest opinion, I think they just didn't care. Not really, no. I mean, Williamson brought back this group in the pages of his Batman run. Happy he did. And then, like, you launch this book. And by the way, this last issue was released like almost a year, like basically not even just about 9 months ago, and nothing is done with Batman Incorporated since then. I appreciate, though, the fact that we actually had a really good storyline here. Now, did I probably want the original character Grey Wolf? Not really, no. It's just that he was a character introduced in the Batman Annual, which is a prelude to this series. Yes, the 2022 Annual, which is kind of weird, though, the fact that this book was served just as a backdoor pilot to this book. And the book is canceled. There's like 12 issues. Which seems kind of odd. Yeah, and as for Sky Spider, yeah, she was a character Zardesky introduced in the penultimate issue, third to last issue of Batman the Knight. And I guess she was featured in this book because why not? And my guess is probably the reason why that they feature her in the last issue because she was loose end. Because it just seems as I think Bronson had forgotten about her or something. And there she is popping in the last issue. And Ghostman claims basically he didn't forget about her even though that the writer clearly did. Yeah, but there's that. Okay, so that's pretty much it particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not dislike button. So see you all tomorrow for 4 anime reviews, 2 manga, and 1 sentai. Okay, next video. Bye.